Tia here with Mastering Pop, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your partnership outreach spreadsheet using Google Sheets, Gmail, and Zapier. Okay, so I am in the cannabis industry and we are not able to run YouTube ads, we cannot run Facebook ads, we cannot run Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram ads, we can barely run Google ads, and I needed to figure out a way to drive traffic to my website. So I knew that the one way that I could do this was with co-marketing relationships with other brands, right? So I decided to pitch a lot of brands that were not my direct competitors. So I was firing off emails every single day, and I got to a point where I was just like, okay, I need to figure out a way to automate this. I cannot keep opening up my Gmail and pulling the template, posting it in my Gmail, and uploading the files. I was beyond over it. So luckily, I stumbled upon a tool called Zapier. Zapier basically allows you to connect your Google Sheets and your Gmail, and the moment you update a row in your Google Sheets, it can fire off an email. It's a trigger. So to set it up, it took me a little bit of time because, of course, I had no idea how to do it. So I don't want you to go through that. I want you to be able to just dive in and start reaching out to potential partners as quickly as possible so that you can start making money. So I'm going to show you how to do this by setting up the spreadsheet. Okay, so we're going to start with, we're going to title it, right? So we'll say partnership outreach, we'll say test. Okay, we're going to name our sheet, we'll say test. And now we are going to name our columns. Naming the columns is extremely important because in Zapier, it pulls from the columns that you create. So we're going to start with name, email, unique message, blogger, could be podcaster, maybe social influencer. Let's see, outreach date. We'll say outreach date 1. Why? Because more than likely there will be an outreach date 2. The follow-up is everything when pitching your partners. So outreach date 1, and then we'll say email sent. This column, actually, let's include media outlet. Let's include media outlet here. So media outlet would be the name of the blog or the name of the podcast. The unique message is the message that's tailored specifically for the person that you're pitching or the brand that you're pitching. And then email sent, this is going to be our trigger column. So I'm going to say in Zapier that when I enter a Y in column G, that I want the email to be fired off. So this will be, G will be our trigger column. All right, so we have email sent. What else? We need response, right? Oh man. Yes, no. We'll say outreach date number 2, response, yes, no, and we'll say notes. All right, so we have name, email, unique message, media, blogger, podcaster, social influencer, outreach date, email sent, meaning if we enter a Y, this will be our trigger for Zapier to fire off our email. Okay, so this looks good. A little bit of a perfectionist, so I'm going to fix this. Center it. Let's open it up so you can read each one clearly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and freeze row 1. Let's see, freeze row 1. So now when we scroll down, as you see the numbers increasing, row 1 stays visible. Okay, so now we're going to fill out row 2. Why? Because when we start testing, it's going to pull from row 2. Okay, so we are going to, we'll say, who are we emailing? We'll say Sarah. We'll use one of my emails, one bullying buddy at Gmail. The unique message is, let's just throw anything in there. I love your blog. Let's say I love your brand. Let's say the media outlet is, we'll just say Farm 2021. I said farm because this brings back memories of emailing cultivators. All right, so this was we'll say it was a blog. And outreach date is what? Let's say 1/14/2021. So when I add the Y here, that I'm telling Zapier to fire off my email. So okay, we have everything set up here, right? Everything looks good. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into Zapier. Okay, so we're going to create our first Zap. And Zapier is free up until, I believe you can set up five Zaps before you have to upgrade to a paid plan. And this would technically be our first Zap, connecting Google Sheets with Gmail. So we're going to make a new Zap. All right, so we are going to do, actually, I guess we can name it too, right? Let's delete this. Why is this here? All right, so we're starting from scratch here. All right, so we're going to make a new Zap. We're going to pull Google Sheets, and we're going to choose an event, trigger event, which is, again, new or updated spreadsheet row. So triggered when a new row is added or modified in a spreadsheet. So we're going to choose this one. We're going to hit continue. And now we're going to select the email that the potential partners will see, right? So we will select Flower Power Packages Marketing at Gmail and hit continue. And now I'm going to select the spreadsheet. Now I'm going to select the test worksheet. And this is the famous trigger column right here. So I believe it was column G, but that was titled email sent. So we're going to select email sent here. All right, everything is looking pretty good. So we're going to hit continue. And now we're going to test our trigger, right? So as you can see, these are the different columns in the Google Sheet. So you see the name, the email, the unique message, the media outlet. You see the date and the Y. So we know that it's set up right? So we're going to continue now with the action. And the action is going to be Gmail, and the event is we are sending an email, right? So we hit continue, and we're going to choose an account. I'm going to choose the Flower Power Packages Marketing at Gmail. Hit continue. And now we are going to enter in the email who we're sending this to. And again, it's pulling from the spreadsheet. So we're going to go ahead and add the email, onebullyingbuddy@gmail, right? And if you want to copy someone when you're pitching a potential partner, you would just add their email right here. You can just fill it in. And the same thing goes with BCCing someone. All right, so we're now going to choose, of course, Flower Power Packages Marketing. And the email is coming from, it's coming from me. So I'm going to say Tia Jones. And the subject is we are trying to pitch them. So we can say partnership opportunity. You might come up with something more creative, but we're just testing right now, right? So, so this is where you input your template, the template that will live in Zapier, and this is what's sent to the potential partners. Now you have the option of sending it plain, or you can use HTML. Of course, my preference is using HTML because I want to include links in my template. I want to hyperlink my brand. I might want to hyperlink my LinkedIn profile just so they can check me out. You know, credibility is everything. So I would use HTML, and it's really easy. Basically, all you want to do is you want to make sure that you separate each paragraph with the paragraph. So I'll show you how that looks right now. Let's see if we can find something to plug in here. All right, so boom, here we go. Here is your pitch letter, right? Hi, Sarah. I found your brand while looking for, you know, whatever you want to put here. I feel like there may be some potential for partnership between our brands. Okay. And here is where I want to put my unique message. And you find that down here. So unique message right here, it's going to plug it in up here. So once you plug this in here, you never have to change this again. Why? Because it will automatically pull it from from the Google Sheet. So once you plug in the unique message here, and then let's say we add our media outlet right here, we're going to grab that down here, right? Media outlet right here, boom. You do not have to update this either. So again, when you update this information in the Google Sheets, it will update it in Zapier, which is a beautiful thing, right? So now we have our unique message to Sarah, and we called out her brand name, or however you want to do it, and now we're ready to move on. So you can select the signature that you have in your Gmail. If you don't have it in your Gmail, you can just end the pitch letter with Tia, right? And as far as the HTML, this is what I mean by separating it with a P. So it'd be like this, boom, boom. Let me get rid of this. Boom. I would probably separate these with a break, and then this P, Tia, P. All right, so we separated everything, and again, if you want to add your hyperlinks, you can do that, and you'll need to know a little bit of HTML. It's just as simple as Googling it if you want to hyperlink something. So let's see. All right, so we're done here. We are done. So now we're moving on. We're going to select inbox. And this is where you add your attachments. So if you want to send a file, if you want to send an image, this is where you would add it. So you would have to create a URL. And you can create a URL using Google Drive. You can create a public URL using Google Drive. You can upload your images there, your files there, and then grab the link and then place it here. Okay? All right, so we're done here. Now we are going to hit continue. All right, so here's what it looks like, right? We have hi Sarah, we have our page paragraphs, okay? We have our unique message. We have our media outlet right here. All right, everything looks good. So we are going to test and review. So this should land in my one bullying buddy Gmail, right? That's the Gmail that we put in column 2. So we're going to check to see if our email is there, which the subject line should be partnership opportunity or partner opportunity. I can't remember. So we're going to log into this Gmail right now to see if it's there. And boom, there it is, right? There it is. So we have our pitch. Our pitch has been emailed out with Zapier, right? And everything looks good, right? Everything looks good. So the next step would be for us to turn on the Zap. So once we turn on this Zap, we never have to log into Zapier again unless we want to make changes to the template, unless we want to change the email that we were using to send out this pitch. That's when you would open this back up and make your changes. But if you don't need to make any changes, you just turn on your Zap and you're done. You are officially done. So if we should probably test this again just to make sure, right? We want to make sure that, okay, we turned it on, and let's go ahead and update the spreadsheet with another potential blogger, right? And of course, right here, this allows you to share your Zap with whomever. It could be your colleagues, it could be, yeah, your business partners, your employees, whomever. But this is, you would share it right here. All right, so we're going to jump back into the spreadsheet, and we are going to email. Let's email Tia. So Tia, flower power packages marketing at Gmail. All right, we have, okay, let's say this better work. I know it's going to work. Let's see, and our media outlet is Tia. You did it. And then we'll say, we'll say blogger. All right, so our outreach date 1/14/2021, and Y for email sent. So what I do know is that there's a little bit of a delay with Zapier. It usually takes about a minute or two before you would actually see the email, or before, you know, it just takes about 2 minutes. Let's just say that. But know that it is automated, and as long as you update the row and you select your trigger column and you enter whatever text you choose to fire off that email, your emails are being sent out to your potential partners. So, but it is up to you to follow up. Following up is everything when it comes to developing these partnerships. So, okay, so now we're going to check the Flower Power Packages email. We'll see if it's there yet. It's not here yet. Oh no, it is here. Oh, well, that's really weird. Why is it already red? Let's just make sure. No, that's not the right one. That was another one. All right, that was another test. Let's delete this. But it came through at 9:40, so that's really interesting. No, this, oh, you know what? I'm looking in the wrong email. Am I looking in the wrong email? No, I'm not. This is the correct email. So we're just going to wait for it to appear. Yeah, we're in the right email. Again, there is a delay, so it usually takes a minute or two before it hits the inbox. Let's see here. Boom. There we go. Boom. All right, so this is the second email that we just sent off. This better work is right here, right? And we said, what did we say? Tia, you did it. So cheesy. All right, where is that here? Tia, you did it. It's right here. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. That is how you automate the process as far as emailing potential partners using Google Sheets, Gmail, and Zapier. Again, this is something you definitely want to do because it really does eliminate just the frustration of if you forget to attach the file. That happens to me a lot. You know, I'm writing up an email and then I forget to attach the file that I'm talking about. So you can attach everything there. It lives there and your template lives there and you're just updating the spreadsheet. So if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and subscribe. I will be adding a lot more videos similar to this in the future. So thank you for watching.